Hi guys, just jumping in nice and quickly to start this vlog and apologise for the fact that it is Wednesday morning. I have had a busy couple of days, so quite a quick start to the week, and I just haven't had a chance to check in. However, this morning has been a bit more relaxed and I have managed to film a video which hopefully I can get edited later on today and get up for you either tonight or tomorrow morning. Had a few editing issues on the YouTube editor and didn't manage to get my vlog up until yesterday, so I do apologise for that. I do try to get it up on a Sunday evening or Monday morning at the very latest, but yeah, last night was when I finally managed to complete it all. So I hope you've had a really good weekend and I hope you've had a good start to the week. I haven't really done a lot of reading. I started the audiobook for Elantris and I also am sort of flitting in and out between the audiobook for A Court of Wings and Ruins. I did, however, finish Beartown. I cannot wait for the sequel. I am completely blown away by how things have been just sort of done so well. The topic has been handled and approached really sensitively, but also still sticking to real life, unfortunately. This has appeared, not purposely, but it has appeared to be quite a theme for me. I've been reading a few books lately that sort of resonate quite strongly with real life issues, and that was exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to broaden my horizons a little bit. I wanted to start reading more contemporary. I wanted to start reading a bit more sci-fi. Without realising, I have also accumulated quite a few thrillers, which wasn't on my diversity list because I have a very overactive imagination and thrillers would not suit me very well. However, I do think that it's definitely working in my favour because I am enjoying the books that I'm picking up. I have been let down quite a bit by fantasy books lately, so yeah, the diversity has worked very well for me. I still need to pick up My Not So Perfect Life by Sophie Kinsella, but I have been hearing so many bad things about it from the girls in the group. Some people have said that it just takes forever to get into and then it picks up, and then other people have said that it takes forever to get into and it's still awful. So as much as I like to make sure that I am not basing my opinions on other people's opinions, it's very difficult to get motivated to read a book that everybody else is telling you is awful. I am getting quite nervous about the fact that it is already getting to late February, and although I have read 3 books, I have a definite book to read for a review. I have 2 audiobooks on the go for 2 books that weren't even originally on my TBR for this month. I haven't started Gemina, I haven't started Six of Crows, I haven't started My Not So Perfect Life, and I have temporarily DNF'd Nevertell. I don't think I'll be picking up Nevertell this month. I will put it on my shelf and possibly go back to it when I feel a bit more into the idea of it. As I said, it's been very much real life issues that have been hitting me the last couple of months. Nevertell, I do understand that they are escaping from a prison camp, which to an extent you could class as a real life issue, because obviously that did happen before and possibly does still happen. However, it's just, I think it's more the genre. I'm not feeling middle grade at the moment. Yeah, I'm just not feeling middle grade at the moment. So hopefully, I mean, with the audiobooks that I've got going, there's no rush to finish them this month. Elantris continues on to next month. And A Court of Wings and Ruins is just one of my books that I've had on the back burner since November. So that's just more of an light-hearted book to read in the background. Again, nothing's set in stone, so I don't necessarily have to finish any of these books. As I said, I have a book to review, which is obviously important that I do, because I'm hosting the book tour on the 28th of February. And then My Not So Perfect Life, I would like to get read, because I would like to be able to contribute to the Contemporary Club this month. I don't think I'm going to be taking part in it next month, just because I don't know if I've mentioned in my previous vlog, but the book that has been chosen just doesn't call to me, and I already have another book on its way to review next month. So yeah, next month is already looking quite busy for me, and there's a few appointments here and there throughout March, so quite a busy month. So yeah, so I thought I would check in before time just ran away with me and apologise again for the fact that it is Wednesday and I'm only just starting the vlog. But at least I'm starting the vlog with the fact that I have finished a book and I am making progress with other books as well. I think I am on chapter 16 now of Court, Wings and Ruins, and with Elantris I'm a bit confused because the chapters aren't actually set out like proper chapters, they're just sort of midway through a page. So yeah, so that is my update for today, and I will check in with you when I can. Hi guys, it is Thursday afternoon. I have been very productive last night and this morning. Last night I started My Not So Perfect Life, like I've been saying for ages that I am going to do. I started it and I couldn't stop. So I am actually on page 236. So I'm really enjoying that. I haven't listened anymore to A Court of Wings and Ruins because I have been listening to Elantris. My god, this is hefty. Oh, sorry, we've got really bad rain again. So I walked to the doctor's and I walked to the shops this morning, so I stuck the audiobook on for this, and I don't know how I feel about the narrator. I feel a little bit like it's almost slightly robotic, but I'm not sure, and it's definitely not the way I'm listening to it, like the speed I'm listening to, because I took it back down to normal speed at 1 pace and it sort of sounds the same. So yeah, so I am on chapter 5, which is page 69. I need to double check on the Discord group for Cosmology that I am on my way to being up to date. I know that they started it last week and I've obviously only started this yesterday. But yeah, I'm quite enjoying the fact that there isn't masses of world building at the moment. I had it in my head that with Brandon Sanderson it was going to be, because there was this massive world that he has sort of created, I thought that they were going to be so in depth with all the detail of the worlds and that I was going to get lost and I was going to get stuck, and it's quite nice at the moment. I am enjoying it. There's not a huge amount happening because obviously, as you can see, that's what I've read. That's how much I've got to go, but it's fine because there's no rush to finish this month, because this is a bi-monthly read, so we'll be taking it over to next month. However, that means that I am on my way to finishing. If I finish this tonight, I am also quite a way into the book that I am reviewing, which is Tales of Unexplained Mysteries. I think I'm going to have to collect my thoughts on that one and then let you know my opinions on it, because again, it's short stories, but I'm still toing and froing between how I feel about it. Not in a bad way. I think it's because I don't gel well with things not being solved, especially crimes. When it comes to deaths or abductions, I want to know more, and I want things to have some sort of closure. And I think obviously the book is Unexplained Mysteries, but I'm sure that I can just sort of, it's just going to take a bit of getting used to reading it. But as I said, I'm going to wait until I get a bit further through, collect my thoughts, then I'll let you know how I did with it. Also, if you're watching this will be up before the 28th, so don't forget, if you are interested, there will be a review up on my Bookstagram, which is littlebookelf92, and that is for the Darkroom Tours book tour for this particular book. I'll make sure that I put all the links down below for anything mentioned throughout this vlog, for the cosmology, the contemporary book club, everything like that will be down in the description box below. There is part of me that is wanting to start another book, but then at the same time I'm thinking maybe I just need to finish this tonight. We are on day 20. This will be my 4th read for the month. We are on day 20. Once I have finished the book review, that will be my 5th. I'm thinking of another quick one. Gemini and Six of Crows I might have to push to the side, unless I can finish this tonight and start Six of Crows tonight or tomorrow morning. We will see how we get on. However, I am just thinking that because of everything being the way it is, I might pick something short. And looking at my shelves, it might be nothing. There is currently nothing on my shelves that is short enough to warrant just getting on with stuff. Unless I read You or Mockingbird. Actually, there's two that I could read. I could read You or Mockingbird. I might put out a bit of a poll on Twitter, depending on how I feel once I've finished this. I might put a poll out either tonight or tomorrow morning to see whether people will think that I should read a book with real life issues. Not saying that stalking isn't a real life issue, but I was going to class that more as a crime or thriller book. But I am just, I don't even know what else I can say about this. I am really, really enjoying it so much more than I thought I would. It's also nudging me towards the possibility of maybe looking to see if I can buy another Sophie Kinsella book. Maybe. It's definitely opened my eyes a bit more to some more contemporary things. There's quite a few bits and pieces that I would like to pick up. I have updated my wish list, and I definitely think that I would like to add some more contemporaries to it. There's also a few more thrillers that have been added to it, which again is very strange because I don't do thrillers, but these ones have spoken to me. I am loving being back in the whole tabbing thing because it's just the organisation for tabbing soothes me. So sitting and reading the book and then knowing that there is so much in this book that has made me happy. There are so many yellows in this book, meaning they've made me really happy. Yes, okay, there are equally many blues. However, that's more of a case of I haven't felt really sad about it. It's just been more of a, oh, I'm not happy with that. So it's not a yellow. I'm not happy with it. It's not yellow, but I'm not crying. So yeah, so it's really soothing for the soul. It really is. However, it is not soothing for my little tab strip because, as you can see, there is no yellows left. So this book has made me really happy. There are no blues left, which isn't necessarily that this book has made me really sad at times. It is because I used blue when I was tabbing Thunderhead, and I also used it for Beartown, so that has been used for that. But the yellows were solely used for what made me happy so far in my not so perfect life, which means that there has been a hell of a lot of happiness. There's been so much happiness going on in that. So luckily Claire sent me 2, so I have a fresh pack. I have already started on that with, I think it was a few blues, but not too many. So yeah, I have had a nice soothing evening of tabbing. I've had a productive morning of getting things done that I needed to get done. I currently have no editing to do. I currently have nothing to do in my bullet journal. All up to date with that. Starting to feel like I've got my shit together, which is always fun. We'll see how long that lasts though, because by the end of tomorrow I could be like, guys, the vlog's not going to be up, no video's going to be up, nothing's done, I haven't read anything, I'm done. Hopefully that's not going to be the case. So yeah, so I will either check in with you later on tonight if I finish the book, depending on how late it is, and I will let you know how I get on with Elantris as well, and whether I've decided whether to pick up another book again that is completely off my TBR. So yeah, so enjoy the rest of your day and I will check in with you later. Good morning, it is Friday and I have read quite a bit actually. Last night I finished My Not So Perfect Life, which I think is quite good for me because I've only read it over 2 nights, so that sort of shows me how much I enjoyed this one. I enjoyed it so much more than I thought I was going to. I was so ready to DNF it before I'd even started it. I definitely related to it. I squealed with joy at the end. Halfway through I just wanted to scream at somebody in the face. But yeah, it was a really nice, light-hearted contemporary which wasn't flowery, but a really good ending. I was very impressed. As you can see, I had a lot of fun tabbing. there was more tabs towards the beginning, which I do find, because obviously you have the introductions to different characters, different places, and it was sort of halfway through there was quite a big chunk where I didn't tab anything because there wasn't anything really important that I wanted to remember. I am also, because I've been listening to it through the audiobook, I am also on chapter 6, which actually doesn't seem a lot because it's only page 82. I'm still getting slightly confused by the fact that the chapters are like halfway through pages as opposed to starting a new page, but I suppose it's a blessing and also trying to save a bit of money because there's a hell of a lot of pages in here. Even with the postscript, we are pretty much clocking on to 608 pages. That's with the postscript. But yeah, so I'm on chapter 6 with that. I am quite enjoying it. As I said, there's not really a lot of world building at the moment, which I'm quite thankful for, because I thought I was going to have to try and get my head around that, and not at the moment. I still haven't read any more of the Tales of Unexplained Mysteries. I did try and see whether I could find a audiobook for it, because I'm struggling to just keep reading the separate stories, and as I said, it just irritates me because I need to know what's happened. I need to know if they were eventually solved. I need to know details, full closure at the end. So yeah, I appear to have done quite a bit of reading. I am toying with the idea of starting a shorter book today. I don't know whether to try and kick off Nevertell again, because it is quite a short book, so I don't know whether to try that again or whether to pick up a different book, maybe another contemporary, because this has definitely got me in the mood for some contemporary, some little light-hearted, not flowery book. I keep saying that because I don't like the flowery love stories. I always like a bit of grit to things. I like the contemporaries that deal with real life issues in the sense of they're not constantly trying to make everything seem like it's all fantastic, life is perfect, life is great, hence my not so perfect life. I really enjoyed this because it wasn't pasting over the cracks. It was, yeah, my commute to work is shit. I hate the way I'm treated at work. I can't afford to go out and have expensive meals, and I think at some point in our lives we can all relate to that, and seeing other people's, especially with social media nowadays, you can go on to Instagram or Facebook or Twitter and you can see that people are posting pictures of their nice fancy meals, their holidays, the new bag they've bought and things like that, and it's very easy to sit back and think, oh, they've got the perfect life because they can do all of this. Network marketing was really detrimental to my mental health, hence why I stepped away from it, because with a particular brand that I was working with, it was based on how you looked a lot of the time, and unfortunately, yes, it does sell. And I sort of started building up that thing of, well, I need to look like this, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to have this particular brand of something, I need to have all these things, I need to have this aesthetic on my Instagram, I need to have this portrayed as my life. And it really started to knock me for six when I was looking on Instagram and seeing these women who were just, in my head, they were beautiful and they had all these expensive handbags that they treated themselves to. They were able to take their kids on holiday, and they were able to buy their kids all these different things and take them on different days out. And at the time I wasn't able to do that, and it made me, one, question myself, and two, question my parenting, which once I started doing that, I realised I needed to step away from it. And I definitely think that reading this book has made me realise that actually, you know what, they may look like they have the perfect life, they may project a perfect life onto social media, but that may not necessarily be the way it is in real life. So thoroughly enjoyed that. I also really enjoyed tabbing it because I am able to at a glance see lots of yellows, lots more yellows towards the end, so I can see just how happy this book made me. I am already lending this out to somebody because I think this person needs to read it because they need to have the same feeling that I did. But I will check in with you more than likely tomorrow. Hi guys, it is Saturday. I apologise for looking a bit of a mess today, but I decided today was going to be a bit of a sluggish day. Yesterday I went completely off my TBR because I'm a glutton for punishment, clearly. But it was 100% worth it. I started this book at 9 o'clock in the morning and finished it pretty much 9:30, 10 o'clock at night last night. I also opened this particular book last week in my vlog. However, when I came to editing, I realised that the entire shot of me opening it was completely blurry and there was just no point in keeping it in. So I do apologise for that, because I do like to do my book mail opening all on here. But this book is called Mockingbird. And in this we follow Caitlin, who has lived her life with Asperger's syndrome, and she has lost her mother and very, very recently has lost her brother to a shooting at a school. So the entire way through this we are seeing Caitlin trying to grieve for her brother, grieve for the fact that she hasn't grown up with a mother, and also the fact that she doesn't understand why people don't understand her. I think the subject was tackled really well, and I really liked that with a lot of Caitlin's thoughts we saw the writing change, the actual typology changed. We had capital letters in the middle of sentences, we had words that had 3 letters in capitals, so some bits were emphasised more than others, and it was really nice to feel like you were in Caitlin's head. I definitely feel like it struck a chord with me. Previously, when I was doing support work, I've worked with people who have had Asperger's and autism and other learning disabilities, where just in general they have struggled to get across their emotions and also process their emotions. And from a carer's point of view, with that mild experience, I feel like it was really eye-opening to sort of be put in their place and feel how they might feel. Obviously there are all different types of ways that people come across when they have Asperger's, so I know that this isn't a open and shut definition of it, but I really enjoyed it. It was a quick read, it was nice and light-hearted in places considering the topic of death being brought in. I also liked some of the relationships that were brought in
throughout it, and also it was really nice to see how the relationship with her dad changed depending on the situation of things. For example, when her brother died, he was also trying to grieve for his son but stay happy for his little girl and try and deal with his little girl having Asperger's, try and help her get through life and move up to bigger school. So I definitely think there were a lot of topics brought into this, but it was what I wanted. I had said that I wanted to read more books with real life issues, and boy did this have a lot of real life issues in. I think grief is definitely one which is brought into quite a few books nowadays, but not necessarily the books that I've read. There's a lot of death in fantasy books, we all know that, but they are almost skirted over in fantasy books. It's expected that you would have several people die within a scene. However, I wanted to, I don't know whether it was I wanted to read more real life things. It was just more real life issues tackled within books. As silly as it sounds, when I was doing the Believeathon, I read Jacqueline Wilson's Tracy Beaker. I ended up popping that in as my prompt for real life issues as well as childhood favourite, purely because being in a foster home is a real life issue. And when I read that, I think that was the point where I sat there and thought, yeah, I really want to do this. So I also think next month, I think I am going to be reading A Song for a Whale, which is about a girl who's deaf and just basically how she lives her life through with that. So I'm hoping to get to that next month because I've had it since the Believeathon and I really wanted to read it during the Believeathon, but I just didn't get time to. So excitingly, that is, I think, the 5th book finished for this month. So I am on track. I have my book for review to finish off, which I will then be, I think it's on Friday the 28th. I'm sure it's the Friday. It's definitely the 28th of February. I am putting up my review. So hopefully this week I can try and come up with some creative way of showing the book. I still want to, I'm struggling a little bit because I still want to stay true to my Bookstagram posts. I still want to keep it all within the same thing, but at the same time I want it to stand out slightly because it is a book to review. So I don't really have any other updates for you other than that, but yeah, so 5th book read this month, I'm quite pleased with. So yeah, so that is my update for now. I'll probably try and check in with you later to see whether there is anything else that I can update you on. I don't think I'll have finished a book today. Very much doubt it. Elantris, I've still got, I think, something like 23 hours to go. But I'm not rushing that, as I said. I'm not rushing it because I've got until the end of March to finish that off.
Hi, it is Sunday and I've just had a quick shower before I head to bed for work tonight. I wanted to check in just to give you a quick update on the fact that I have only listened to Elantris today for about half an hour. So I am on chapter 7, which puts me at page 89. I've done most of my editing today, so I'm quite on the ball with that. Hopefully that'll be up before I go to work tonight. I've had a really good week of reading. Finished 3 books, made quite decent headway in 2 other books, and yeah, it's been a really good week and so far a really good reading month. I have thoroughly enjoyed, especially the books I've read this week, just because they have been different to what I normally read, and I think it's been a really nice break from the fantasy side of things. Although introducing Elantris into it has meant that I think I'm sort of enjoying this a little bit more, because it's been the only fantasy book that I have picked up this week, and maybe there's a bit more of an appreciation for it there. But yes, so thank you again for sticking with me for this week. I hope you've had a really good week, and I hope you've had a good weekend. I look forward to sharing next week's reads, which I'm hoping again are going to be a big thumbs up from me. If not, then I won't cry, because we've had a decent run so far. But yeah, so have a really good week, and I will see you in the next vlog. Bye!